giant tablecloth and I'm gonna make an outfit out of it. I wanna make a circle skirt, half a circle skirt, because I'm all into circle skirts right now, and also a shirt. I want ruffles on the shoulder, and then I want it to come down past my wrist, and I want the shirt to come down over my hand, almost to my fingers. And I want to see if I have enough of this to do that, and I'm going to challenge myself to try to make this, and hopefully I'll be able to put all that together and do all of that by using some patterns that I'm going to try to make based on some videos that I'm going to watch on YouTube, and try to just put together this little outfit. And I'm trying to see if I can wear this as my Christmas outfit. It's pretty much going to be on December 22nd when we have our Christmas program at my church. So hopefully I can get this done. And if you want to see how I'm going to do it all, then I hope you keep watching. This is an oval shaped tablecloth that I got from the Goodwill for just a couple of dollars. I folded it in half the long way, and I'm using a pattern to create a half circle skirt. So this is a double layer of the tablecloth. I'm going to cut out 2 panels of this and then 2 panels on the other side, because I followed a 4-panel tutorial to create this skirt, and I will link below the video that I used. And here is the second double layer of the pattern that I cut from the other end of the tablecloth. And the best thing about doing it this way is that I'm using the edge of the tablecloth to be the bottom of the skirt, so I don't have to hem anything when I'm done. So here are the 4 panels all laid out. And here I have the front 2 panels clipped together, and I'm also going to sew them now, just a straight stitch down the front middle. And this is how it looks once those pieces are joined together. And then I'm going to serge these rough edges. I'm basically serging everywhere there is a rough edge, just to finish everything off nicely. And this is how the serging looks. And this is how it looks with the 4 panels combined. So I have the middle seam in, the 2 side seams in, but this middle back is clipped because this is where the zipper is going to go. And here I'm making a marking for the zipper. So I'm holding it at the top, and I'm going to take this piece of soap and mark where the bottom of the zipper is going to be, because I'm going to sew this seam up from the bottom, and I'm going to stop where this white line is so I know where the zipper should be inserted. So here is that seam up from the bottom going up to that soap line. And here I'm putting the zipper in place, and I'm just going to pin it going down on both sides, and then I'm going to sew it on using a zipper foot. The zipper foot came with my sewing machine, which I purchased this sewing machine several years ago. It's probably like over 10 years old, and this is my first time ever sewing with a zipper foot. I didn't even realize it was part of the machine, but I found it in the little secret compartment of the sewing machine, so I decided to go ahead and use it. I watched a little tutorial and figured out how to set it up, and it worked out great. And now I'm just following the same steps from the video that I mentioned. So I made this template based on the instructions that are from the video. I'm just cutting that material out on the fold to get this strip, and I'm going to add interfacing, fold it the way it needs to be folded in order to add it to the top of the skirt. And here I'm just pinning that down all the way down the length of the waist, and I'm going to sew it with a straight stitch. Now the waistband is sewed on, so now I'm just flipping it over the other way to sew the other side of the band on. There are several methods to close up the seam with the waistband, and I chose to do this by hand because I didn't want the seam to show through on the other side. So to prevent the threads from showing through on the front of the skirt, I'm just sewing it by hand and pulling up just enough material to close up the seam without putting the needle all the way through to the front of the skirt. And then I'm just stitching up the overhang of the waistband, and then I'm going to add a little clip. It's a hook and eye clip, I think, and that's going to be the final clasp to hold the waistband closed. The only other thing I had to do on the skirt is that I had to add 2 darts to the front of the skirt because this tablecloth material was billowing out just a little too much for me in the front, and once those were added in, I think the skirt fit a little bit better. Now with the skirt all done, I'm showing how I use my own clothes to make the bodice pattern, or the pattern for the top. The middle body section is a bodice for anyone who's unfamiliar, but I made this pattern using the top of this dress originally, but the pattern that I end up using is a modified pattern that I copied from another garment. But either way, this is the technique to use. I just want to share the technique because I did use my own clothes to draw out the bodice pattern that I ended up using for this shirt, and I think it fits really good. I didn't record that one, so I'm just sharing it with this one. And I don't really like the way this one fit. I had to cut it a little bit to make it work, but the pattern that I ended up using worked very well. So again, just demonstrating the process here. And once I perfected the pattern that I was using, this is the template that I came up with, and this is the one that I used to make the shirt. So I made a sample shirt to see how it would fit, and it fit good, so then I made the real version. So here is where I cut out all the pieces. And here's the sleeve material that I'm going to use. I'm being careful to keep the material completely straight so that the pattern and the texture of the material is the same for both sleeves. And I got this sleeve pattern from this video right here, which is also linked below. And I followed this woman's instructions to get this pattern, and I really like the way this one turned out. It gave me the ruffles in the shirt without even trying, because I guess it's just the way the measurements came out that it ends up being a little bit extra at the top, which was perfect. And for the bodice pattern, I cut it so that the seam allowance was included in the pattern, but for the sleeves I had to add a seam allowance, so I'm adding a 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way around, which is why I'm cutting outside of the pattern. But for the middle section I didn't have to do that. And here I have one of the arms folded over, so I'm just pinned it where I'm going to sew it. The other thing I'm going to do after I sew it down is I'm going to lay it completely flat, and then I'm going to snip the edge right where the middle is so that I can line this up with the shoulder right in the middle, and everything will be hopefully nice and lined up. But you see how the pattern of the sleeve, I left that little textured part down the middle. When the sleeve is done, the textured part will go all the way from the shoulder down to the wrist. All right, so now that's what I did for the sleeve. So I'm going to line up the two body pieces. And what I didn't even notice, I should have picked up on this, but this line here is a little bit shiny, and then that would be the top of the tablecloth, and then this side is dull. So of course I'm going to try to maintain that and make sure that the shiny side is on the outside. So this is the back, and then this is the front. So I'm going to flip them outside so that the inside is out, the right sides are facing each other, and I'm going to pin it at the shoulders, or clip it at the shoulder. That's going to be on both sides, and then I'll clip it at the side seam as well, and I'll have the two pieces. So I'm going to come back when these are sewn together, do the same thing of course on the other side, and then I'll come back when this is sewn together, and then I'll show you how I'm going to attach them. It's pretty simple from there. And I'm serging all of the seams just the same way I did with the skirt. And this is how it looks with all the edges serged. And now I'm going to add the sleeves on, and I'm just going to clip those in place and sew them on. Here I'm adding a little wrist extension. I think I mentioned this at the beginning, but I have two pieces of material together, and I'm just going to measure them both the same, about 12 inches across, and I think 9.5 inches up to the top, with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, so that I have like 9 inches of material hanging off the bottom of at the wrist of the sleeve. That's what I'm going to use to be the extension of the sleeve that's going to hang over my hand. And this is how I finished off the extension. On one side I just bunched it, and I did a seam of thread up through the inside and around, and basically tied it on the inside so that this is just pulled, cinched in. And then I finished off the hem at the bottom of the shirt with just rolling the material over 2 times and then sewing a straight stitch all the way around. And the last thing I did was close off the neckline. So I had to cut in on the sides just a little because the shoulders were going too close to the neck and I couldn't fit my head through. And I'm not adding any zippers or any buttons here. So I just cut in at the shoulders, and then I put some ending stitches right there where my finger is. And I'm just going to use some bias tape. So I cut a long strip, which is going to go around the front of the neckline, and then another piece around the back. And I looked at a lot of tutorials to try to get this right, and I don't think it was still right, but it worked. It was enough to be wearable. So this is how I did it. And with that all set, next I'm going to be showing you the final reveal. And I was able to get footage of the day that I actually wore this, which was for our Christmas Sunday service on December 22nd. And this is my outfit. I made my hat out of some fur material that I had. It's the trimming of a coat, but I ended up cutting it and closing up the end so the fur doesn't peel off. And that's what I have on my head. And I just have these knee boots on and a gold chain, which is the strap for a bag, but I wore it as a belt. And this is the final look. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.